Hi.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Very good. Okay. So, were you familiar with Priest at all? I know you're a huge comic fan. Were you familiar with Priest at all before you started filming it?
No, I wasn't familiar with it before I was offered the role of Black Hat, but once I'd met with Scott and read the script, and then part of my research, I was looking at the source material.
Cool. So your characters in Red and Priest are both really complex kind of villains. They have these really complicated kind of home lives, if you will.
Yeah. My character in Red as a villain is
right.
yeah.
He kind of starts out that way, but then kind of once you get into, because I'm a huge fan of that series, so kind of once you get into it, you realize, oh, things aren't kind of what they seem. But kind of how was it? Describe for me like the differences and similarities between like going from Red to Priest and
Well, they couldn't be more different. I mean, one is. Priest is it's a post-apocalyptic sci-fi vampire western.
Right.
Wow.
and spaghetti western at that.
Yeah. And Red is an action comedy, spy thriller kind of a conspiracy movie. They're quite extraordinary and completely different in their own right.
So my last question is, I know you're like a big proponent of like New Zealand filmmaking, but the last New Zealand film you did was Out of the Blue. So how important is it for you to kind of go back and work with people like Harry Sinclair, with Peter Jackson, and do kind of more films to promote that now that you're bigger here in the States?
It's extremely important to me. First of all, because I grew up in New Zealand and was inspired by what was really a renaissance period in New Zealand film. I was watching, Jeff Murphy's Utu and Roger Donaldson's Smash Palace, and and all these really, wonderful films. And I think that it's very easy for one to, once they have an international career, to kind of lose their cultural identity, and I certainly do not want that to happen. I want to continue to contribute to the New Zealand film industry and be in films that are, strongly grounded in the New Zealand culture and that tell the New Zealand story. And I'm just looking for the next one.
Okay, cool. So do you have anything on the horizon that that's kind of interested you a little bit?
Not at this point in time coming out of New Zealand, but that'll change in the turn of a dime.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. It was nice meeting you.